So anyway, yeah, the truth is a lie. Size 16. I gave my size 16 to my cousin and I was like, I'm never gonna be a size 16 again. And I promised myself I will never buy clothes a size larger again. And if I get too tight in my clothes, that is my indication to take my ass to the gym. So that is why I have worked out historically, not because I want to get in shape, not because I care about my heart, not because of my circulation, not all the reasons why I should work out. No, I worked out for vanity because my clothes got too tight. What's good, y'all? I'm LoneeAppleton. I am a healthy family advocate. If that is your content of choice, please consider following, commenting, sharing, posting videos with your community so that we can grow, as well as picking up a copy of What's the Best That Can Happen, tipping the jar, and purchasing some of the merch, all at LoneeTaylorArt. So anyway, that is how I've never gained weight since my 20s. Well, of course, there's other reasons. But I saw the women in my family how, and it may just be universal, I believe it's universal, but my classroom were the women in my family, and so I saw how they gained weight. Like, they was some honey dips in their day. And then they gained the weight, and they never lost it. And I was like, won't be me. I said that I was 15 years old. My cousin was 16 and she was pregnant. She went from a size 0 to a size 8. And I know a size 8 isn't large, but when you go from a 0, she jumped 8 sizes. So you put that into your perspective. And I was like, won't be me. And that is when I determined I will not gain weight while pregnant. I gained the exact 32 pounds with Bailey. Doctor was like, you're not on a diet. I was like, I am. I am not gaining anymore. I did not deprive her. I said, Doc, what is the preferred amount of pounds to gain while pregnant? She said 32. I said, I'm going to hit that bitch on the nose because when I drop this baby, I'm dropping this weight. I gained 32 with Bailey. I gained 16 with Angel. I lost weight with either Michael or Caden, and I didn't gain nothing with the other one. I guess I was roomy enough by the fourth one. He was just like, I'm going to settle on in here. So yeah, I never gained weight because I knew once I gained it, I wouldn't lose it. And so at my highest, I was 205. And I wear jeggings. And so, jeggings? No, joggers. I wear joggers, so, them bitches is roomy. So I was under the illusion that I wasn't gaining weight. But now that I've lost all this weight, I'm down to 160. So we started ground level so that we can develop compassion. Boom. And that's why we got to dig ourselves up all the way from ground zero, which we need to realize we're in ground zero. Just because you got money, you were bankrupt in all other areas. Do I need to put a seizure warning on that? What's good, y'all? I'm LoneeAppleton. I'm a healthy family advocate. If that is your content of choice, please consider following, commenting, sharing, posting videos with your community so we can grow, as well as putting a tip in the tip jar, purchasing some merch, and picking up your copy of What's the Best That Can Happen at LoneeTaylorArt. So look, the people, boom, here we go. Okay, it's simpler than I just thought. I'd be thinking I'd be onto something. I'd be like, you done already uncovered that, but I'm uncovering it in a different way. Look, every chamber that I unlock in my brain, somebody else thinks that way. So maybe you heard the message one way and it didn't resonate with you, but I say it a second time, you're like, boom, it makes sense. That's why you have to hear something up to 7 times before you buy into it, marketing 101, because maybe all the different times you weren't receptive, or all the different times it wasn't said in a way that you could receive. But yeah, we started ground level so that we could develop compassion, so that we can reach back and help others. So the people who you see reaching back are the ones who develop the compassion, because everybody doesn't. Everybody starts where they start. But it's the ones that do the work internally, maybe. I'm just making this up. Maybe it's the ones that do the work internally, the soul work, not the spirit work. We do a lot of spirit work because it's shiny and it attracts people. But we need to do the soul work. And then whenever I lose my train of thought, is because my mind goes that way and I'm trying to keep it. And that's why I go, and then, and all those different transitions, because my mind is going that way. And I'm like, no, come back. And then I forget what I was talking about. We started ground level so that, and we're supposed to be learning because our soul came here to learn. We started ground level And as we level up, we take our lessons with us. And because we understand what people are going through, so this is a side where you don't forget your past. You can look at your past with compassion. Do not look at your past with contempt. So you can look at your past and realize what you've been through, so you can then reach back and help other people. But those who look at their past with contempt never look back. And they don't help other people because they never developed a compassion for others who are experiencing what they have experienced. And they want people to envy them because they think they're an anomaly, when honestly, everyone can pull themselves. I think we start at ground level not so we can stay stuck at ground level. I think we stay on ground level because we choose, because we have been tricked into thinking that ground level is our pinnacle. But history tells us, and look, I'm not a history buff. I don't know all the stuff. I know the buzzwords and the buzz articles. But, Black Wall Street. Dre's on a yelling tangent tonight. So if you hear him yelling in the background, damn it, he's got a hair up his ass. So I'm going to let him have his hair. What's good, y'all? I'm LoneeAppleton. I'm a healthy family advocate. If that is your content of choice, please consider following, commenting, sharing, reposting videos with your community so that we can grow, as well as tipping the jar, shopping the merch, and picking up your copy of What's the Best That Can Happen at LoneeTaylorArt.com. Now I'm going to allow him. I'm not saying anything to him anymore. I think the change will be in the demonstration. So just continue living my life. And he's in the headspace now where he's watching me. He's always watched me, but he watched me to be offended. I think he's watching me to see. So he's in the experimental phase where he's just like, am I going to adopt these philosophies or not? Let me see. And that's what I've been telling him. I was like, if you just watch me. Okay, I did go ask him if it's a way that he could communicate his message without yelling. And he said, yeah, my bad. And he has dropped his voice. It's all about energy. We can communicate the exact same message without the energy. We think we got to put our behind it, and sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes I will buck up to my kids. It's necessary, but everything's unnecessary. That situation is necessary. He's cleaning her room out because it's a disgusting mess. I stopped going. As the apple turns on YouTube, there's an episode where I'm cleaning the girl's room because I used to do room checks, and I poured a cup of piss on myself because there was a cup of piss in my kid's room. As the apple turns on YouTube. Yes, I've been crying on social media for a while now. But we started ground level to grow compassion and some contempt. We're all not good people. Just like there's heaven and hell, good and evil, we're not all good people. We're not all meant to be successes. So if we can accept that stuff, there's a lot of stuff we accept in our lives we would not. We would stop giving the benefit of the doubt because we're all not supposed to receive the benefit of the doubt. These young ladies are out here dying by the numbers because they're giving the benefit of the doubt to demons. And this is something I have to learn because I'm a trustworthy person. But everybody can't be trusted. Everybody can't be evolved. Everybody ain't worth your anything. But anyway, we stay on the ground level because we choose, because they have tricked us into thinking this is as far as we can go. But if we think about a Black Wall Street and all the other places where blacks came together and created their own community, their own economy, their own everything. So don't sit here and tell me you can't support a black-owned business. You can't sit here and tell me you see a sis out here saying, hey, I have a store. Patronize me. At least go look. What's good, y'all? I'm LoneeAppleton. I'm a healthy family advocate. If that is your content of choice, please consider following, commenting, sharing, reposting videos with your community so we can grow, as well as putting a tip in the jar, shopping the merch, and picking up your copy of What's the Best That Can Happen at LoneeTaylorArt.com. Like, that's how powerful we were. So when you see a small business and you don't patronize it, it's like you're not your ancestors' dreams. You're not your ancestors' wildest dreams, because your ancestors literally died for their communities, which consisted of other small black-owned businesses that they all supported and funded. Think about that. How can you pride and big up that, but you can't support a black-owned business on this end? Sounds like hypocrisy to me. And the reason why we stay on the ground level is because we don't understand that together we rise. Together we rise. But I am demonstrating for you how to rise up out together. And those of you who are doing the work, whatever your up out is that you're intentionally working on, I am manifesting an entirely new reality for myself. So my up out may not be your up out, but whatever you have set intentions in doing the work on, you are rising with me. I am intentionally taking you with me so you understand this is how we rise. None of this is a mistake. But by not saying anything, then I am keeping it. And this is a crabs in the barrel, right? This is why we keep stuff, because we don't want nobody else to know. We can't grow with that mentality. And I'm far from a crab in a barrel. But I can identify the crabs in the barrel, and they keep me from being great. They keep me from being great. Because there's a large percentage of our community that are crabs in a barrel that don't even think when you judge somebody else, you're being a crab in a barrel because you're measuring them against yourself and your standards for yourself, which you don't even keep for your spouses, but that's a whole nother conversation. But in judgment of others, you are a crab in the barrel because you are tearing them down. Someone gave me the analogy that we could either be crabs in the barrel where we're pulling each other down, or we could be ants where we will literally build a tower up and out and around the bucket and into the food source. We get in this or no. So yes, I want to be an ant. Y'all want to be in my colony?